Everyone thinks Epicureanism is about endless parties and lavish feasts. They are profoundly mistaken. They picture gluttony, indulgence, a relentless pursuit of every fleeting pleasure imaginable. This misconception, born centuries ago, has tragically obscured one of the most practical and profound ancient philosophies for a truly contented life. Today, we're going to reclaim its true meaning. Around 307 BC, in a quiet garden just outside Athens, a man named Epicurus began teaching. He wasn't teaching his students to chase every desire. Quite the opposite. His philosophy was a radical call for peace, for tranquility, for a life free from disturbance. The garden, as his school was known, was a refuge. It was open to everyone, men, women, even slaves, a truly revolutionary concept for its time. Here, they didn't debate the cosmos or the ideal state. They discussed how to live well, how to find lasting happiness. Epicurus argued that the highest good, the ultimate goal, was ataraxia, freedom from mental disturbance, and aponia, freedom from physical pain. These aren't grand, dramatic states. They're quiet, subtle forms of contentment. Consider hunger. A true Epicurean wouldn't gorge themselves on rich foods. They'd eat until satisfied, finding pleasure in the simple act of appeasing a basic need. A glass of water, when truly thirsty, can bring more profound pleasure than a goblet of fine wine when not. This focus on basic needs, on the natural and necessary, is a cornerstone. Epicurus himself lived a remarkably simple life, often subsisting on barley cakes and water. He found joy in friendship, in conversation, in the absence of fear. The misunderstanding stems from a critical point. Epicurus did identify pleasure as the ultimate good, but his definition of pleasure was nuanced, far from the simplistic eat, drink, and be merry often attributed to him. It was about absence of pain, not presence of excess. He distinguished between kinetic pleasures, those in motion, like eating when hungry, and static pleasures, the state of being free from pain or disturbance. It was the latter, the static pleasures, that he valued most highly. These are the deep, abiding joys. Fear was a significant obstacle to ataraxia, specifically fear of death and fear of the gods. Epicurus tackled these head-on, arguing that death is simply the end of sensation and therefore nothing to fear. When we are, death is not. When death is, we are not. As for the gods, he believed they existed but were perfectly content and uninvolved in human affairs. They neither rewarded nor punished us. This removed a huge source of anxiety for ancient Greeks, freeing them from constant appeasement and worry. So how did this philosophy of quiet contentment get twisted into a byword for decadent indulgence? The Romans played a significant role. Later Roman writers, sometimes out of political rivalry, sometimes simply misinterpreting, began to caricature Epicureanism. They focused on the pleasure aspect, divorcing it from Epicurus's careful distinctions. The term epicure eventually came to mean someone devoted to refined tastes, especially in food and drink, rather than someone seeking tranquility through moderation. This misrepresentation has persisted for millennia, but imagine if we reclaimed its true essence today. In a world saturated with endless stimulation, with constant striving for more, Epicurus offers a powerful counter-narrative. He encourages us to find pleasure in the simple, a good conversation, a walk in nature, the warmth of the sun on your skin, a quiet afternoon with a book. These are not grand experiences, but they are deeply satisfying and sustainable. It's a philosophy that teaches us to distinguish between natural and necessary desires, like food, shelter, friendship, and those that are unnatural and unnecessary, like fame, excessive wealth, gourmet food at every meal. The latter often bring more pain than pleasure. True Epicureanism isn't about denying pleasure. It's about intelligently choosing which pleasures to pursue, understanding that many of life's greatest joys are found in their simplest forms, and that true happiness lies in the absence of disturbance. It's about cultivating a garden of the mind where anxieties are weeded out and quiet contentment is allowed to flourish. a philosophy not for the extravagant, but for those seeking genuine, lasting peace amidst the noise of existence. Perhaps now, more than ever, we need to rediscover the true wisdom of Epicurus, not the caricature of the hedonist, but the sage of the garden, who taught us that the path to a good life is paved with moderation, friendship, and freedom from fear. It's a powerful reminder that sometimes the most profound forms of happiness aren't found in seeking more, but in learning to appreciate what is already enough. What ancient philosophy do you think is most misunderstood today?